Hello, good morning, good afternoon, namaste. How are you? कैसे हो आप? Let me just quick check if my live stream is working properly. You can see me, hear me, all of that. Am I live? Let's see. It says waiting to start. Is it live? Is it? Yay. Uh, it's not visible to me, but that's okay. Okay, it is live. Yay, awesome. Welcome, welcome. My name is Ashwini and I'm here to draw with you. I'll share some techniques of classical drawing and you draw with me, you learn from them, you enjoy drawing, boost your confidence. There's simple techniques, simple tools, simple techniques, a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoy that. This drawing class, it happens every week on Thursdays 8 a.m. PST. As far as I'm aware, that's 8:30 p.m. in India. आप अगर इंडिया से ज्वाइन कर रहे हो मेरी ड्राइंग क्लास तो शाम के 8:30 या रात के 8:30 बजे ठीक है So this broadcast, this live class is presented to you by Ashwini in 2 languages simultaneously. Woohoo! Record! English and Hindi. तो ये जो drawing class है since last Thursday से ये ड्राइंग क्लास मैंने दोनों लैंग्वेजेस में प्रेजेंट किया है तो इंग्लिश और हिंदी तो फिर ज़्यादा कनेक्शन होगा ऑथेंटिक कनेक्शन होगा दोनों दोनों डोमेन्स में इंग्लिश और हिंदी और किसी ने मुझे रिक्वेस्ट किया था समवन फ्रॉम इंडिया रिक्वेस्टेड मी टू टीच इन हिंदी सो दिस इज़ अ हम्बल अटेम्प्ट ये मेरा सिंसियर अटेम्प्ट है तो आप फिर draw with me tools wise. What do we need? 2 simple pencils, 2H and HB. 2H होता है वो थोड़ा लाइट होता है तो पेंसिल के मार्क्स जो होता है वो लाइटर होता है इरेज करने के लिए सिंपल होता है H का मतलब हार्ड होता है so 2H is that pencil it's lighter when you make a mark it's not as deep uh, that would stain the paper in a way that when you are erasing then it would leave like traces and marks and then HB is hard plus black so as you can intuitively notice that black means it's darker and hard means it's harder and lighter B होता है black होता है hard होता है H hard होता है B black होता है ठीक है black मतलब थोड़ा dark होता है H hard होता है light होता है okay फिर है हमारे पास then we have the pen eraser if you can see the tip here there is an eraser there you can actually just click and bring the eraser out like a pen or bring it in okay so very handy tool eraser pencil ये white pencil जो है ये ड्रॉ नहीं करती है ये मिटाती है क्योंकि ये इरेजर पेंसिल है और क्या what else so if you want again I'm just sharing some classical techniques so this is a caliper if you have it awesome if you don't absolutely fine you know work with what you have जो आपके पास है उसका अच्छे से इस्तेमाल कीजिए tools wise और जो नहीं है फिर जैसे बनता है वैसे ऐड कीजिए ठीक है और अगर कुछ नहीं भी है बस एक पेंसिल चाहिए पेपर चाहिए और माइंडसेट चाहिए growth mindset okay so what I just said in Hindi was if you don't have any specific tools all you need is a paper and a pencil and a growth mindset okay so we have been drawing the bargue eyes for let me show you here so we've been drawing these for 7 weeks now wow such a big accomplishment so congratulations that you are on this journey with me growing your skills. All these 7 drawing lessons were done live. ये जो सारे 7 ड्राइंग लेसन्स है ये सारे लाइव ड्रॉ किए हैं, तो ये सारे आपको अवेलेबल है. ऑल ऑफ दीज आर अवेलेबल टू यू टू ड्रॉ फ्रॉम. आई हैव अ ब्यूटिफुल प्ले लिस्ट स्टेप बाय स्टेप, स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम हियर, मूविंग हियर एंड सो ऑन. सो ये वाला हमने ड्रॉ किया फर्स्ट कॉलम. फिर अभी सेकेंड कॉलम ड्रॉ कर रहे हैं, उसमें से नंबर 8. ओके, सो चलो फिर ड्रॉ करते हैं. करना क्या है, जब बचपन में, जस्ट शेयरिंग अ मेमोरी. सो बचपन में हम लोग अंताक्षरी खेलते थे. व्हेन वी वर किड्स वी वुड प्ले अंताक्षरी. अंताक्षरी is a fun game where you sing songs from Hindi movies. So अंताक्षरी शुरू करने से पहले, before we would start the अंताक्षरी, there would be this fun song. क्या करना है कुछ काम, शुरू करें अंताक्षरी, लेके प्रभु का नाम. बैठे बैठे क्या करे, करना है कुछ काम, शुरू करें अंताक्षरी, लेके प्रभु का नाम. So that means we're just sitting right here without any agenda. So let's just play antakshari and sing some songs and be joyful. That's what it meant. And I'm just applying that to the drawing. Like, बैठे बैठे क्या करें, करना है कुछ काम. We're just sitting here, might as well draw something and have fun drawing. Yeah. Okay. तो measurement wise, ये जो 7 वीक के 7 लेसन है, उसमें मैंने अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन किया है कि ये मेजरमेंट कैसे करते हैं. दैट आई हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड इन ऑल दोज 7 lessons, previous 7 lessons, how do you measure. So you have a vertical and a horizontal, and this might sound super technical. In turn, ultimately, in the long run, you are you're being trained in the direction of freedom and expression when you have these parameters in the beginning in place. तो लॉन्ग टर्म में जैसे आप ये जैसे एक वर्टिकल है और हॉरिजॉन्टल है, ये डिज़ाइन एलिमेंट्स के साथ, मेजरमेंट्स के साथ जैसे आगे जाते हो, तो ये जो है ये आपको हेल्प करेगा अल्टीमेटली आपका एक्सप्रेशन और आपका फ्रीडम, जैसे ड्राइंग में फ्री फ्लो फॉर्म ड्रॉ करने के लिए. तो पहले ये मेजरमेंट और टेक्निकलिटी समझना अच्छी चीज़ है. इट्स ब्यूटिफुल, बढ़िया चीज़ है. ओके, सो लेट्स लर्न अबाउट द टेक्निक. we call it enveloping. Okay, let's see if I can just bring it slightly up so I can draw. Allow me a moment, बस 2 मिनट, not even 2 मिनट. 2 मिनट में नूडल्स बन जाते हैं. So fun. Okay. Let's see. Is it helping me? I should have done this before, but I did not, and that's okay. Essentially, I'm just lifting my setup up so I have room to draw. ये नीचे यहाँ पे नीचे जगह नहीं थी ड्रॉ करने के लिए, सो ये सारा चेंज करना पड़ रहा है. कोई बात नहीं, अभी सब ठीक है, and I can just draw. Beautiful. So starting with my 2H, because it's lighter, even before going on the drawing, I would make some marks on this. So what is happening here is it's a bright day. The sun is The sun is super bright from the east side of my window, and which is beautiful because of the sunlight. There is life on earth. So adjusting this will help me serve you better. So आप अच्छे से देख सकते हैं. Okay, cool. Yay, we're ready. So, what are these techniques? So, first technique is enveloping. ये technique क्या होती है ना? Like, कोई तो बताओ technique होती है. ये होती है. पहले तो हम मार्क करेंगे side to side. Essentially, all I'm marking is side to side, the extreme left where this design ends and the extreme right where this design lands. And I'm also marking the top and the bottom. So the extreme top and the extreme bottom. So essentially, ये box हो गया. You know, essentially this is like a box. Is it still super bright? ब्राइटनेस पूरा कम कर दो तो अंधेरा हो रहा है, ब्राइटनेस बढ़ा दो तो you know. चलो चलो चलो, let's keep working. जो है जैसा है अच्छा है, काम करो. हाँ तो what I just said in Hindi is whatever it is working, and you give me feedback if it's not working, things are not visible at all. Okay, so ये side to side और top and bottom हमने mark कर लिया. What it gave me is an envelope, so that this design is contained within that envelope. But please know that as much it's contained, it extends beyond, it's expansive. But in the context of demonstrating it on this flat two-dimensional surface, yes, I am making it more contained and content, contained. Okay, so once we have that, now we can find those markers, the top and the bottom and the side to side on our paper. So वो जो आप top bottom side to side, उसके लिए जैसे मैंने previous वाले lessons में भी बताया, उसके लिए you can use calipers. So from the center, the intersection of the vertical and the horizontal, you find that extreme left and the extreme right, and you make those marks on your, is it visible? Yeah, so you make those mark on your drawing. Okay, so जैसे ये हमने measure कर लिया, यहाँ से कैलिपर मूव होता है, ठीक है, ये यहाँ से center point से left को गया, so from the center points going to the left, and then I make that mark with my pencil right here. Okay, ठीक है, ठीक है in Hindi means okay in English. Yay, translation. So similarly, likewise, I have marked all these points just to save time. Did I? Did I mark that point? I did not, see? So good that I got a chance to mark it. If you don't have calipers, अगर calipers नहीं है तो कोई बात नहीं, again जो है उससे काम करो और मन लगा के अच्छे से करो. जो हमें पढ़ाया जाता है, मन लगा के काम करो. What is that? मन लगाना. So मन लगाना in English is mindfulness. So be mindful as you're like with your full presence. Okay, तो फिर क्या करना है? करना क्या? क्या किया मैंने अभी? Okay, I'm just thinking what have I done so far. So mark the left and the right. So I'm going to do that here. Very breezy strokes. Light marks. Not very deep marks. Okay, तो mark हो भी नहीं रहा. Not very deep marks. Why? Because this is a construction. Okay, as you're constructing this design, so be You want to be mindful that each mark conveys a meaning. Yeah. If every mark is the exact same, हर पेंसिल मार्क अगर सेम हो रहा है तो वो डिजाइन एलिमेंट, इन द बिगिनिंग इट्स फाइन दैट ऑल योर मार्क्स आर द सेम एंड देन यू हैव opportunity to keep refining. Allow me a moment, a water break. Okay, now it's becoming really dark, so थोड़ा सा brightness, थोड़ा सा contrast, sharpness. मतलब आधा क्लास तो मैं कैमरा सेटिंग में एडजस्ट करने में लगा, you know. Okay, चलो. I just said that I'm spending like half the class in adjusting the camera. Whew, breathe. Now I have that envelope on this side. Within that block or within that box, now my design starts. So how do I see that? I now go for the angled line. This is a line here. And as soon as I go for that, I find the parallel. जैसे एक ये बड़ी सी लाइन है, ठीक है, इसको हम एक्सटेंड कर रहे हैं बियॉन्ड जो लाइन है, और फिर उसकी पैरेलल ढूंढो डिज़ाइन में. तो ये होता है डिज़ाइन. डिज़ाइन क्या होता है ना, इमेजिन जैसे इंडिया में दिवाली पे रंगोली बनाता है, जैसे डॉट डॉट की रंगोली बनाता है, वैसे ये सारे मार्कर्स है. व्हाट आई जस्ट सेड इज इन इंडिया ड्यूरिंग दिवाली we draw rangoli. Rangoli is a design done with rice powder, colored rice powder. So when we do that, we have like, I'll just show you right here. We have these like dots like this. It's equal. It's a geometry, right? Those dots are equal, equidistant dots, and then we make design out of this. I don't know kitna visible hai, but just so we make some kind of design by connecting the dots, something like that. Something like that. So anyway, all these like points there, they reminded me of the Diwali. Just a moment. There we go. You can see it better. Now within, as I mentioned, say within this envelope, I now found this line here, which I'm going to extend. So still breezy long strokes, as you can see, going back and forth, holding the pencil at the back. I have this pencil holder. ये मेरा pencil holder है, because pencil छोटा हो रहा था, तो फिर मुझे ये pencil holder help करता है. When my pencil is getting like teeny tiny small, then the pencil holder really helps. So I'm gonna get that line. So now a little weird situation here. What I'm finding is the connection, communication there, or फिर and then, or फिर meaning and then. So when you're doing these classes, it's a bonus, because you're learning drawing. Okay, you're also learning Hindi and English because I keep translating, and that's also a revision for me. I'm gonna रिविजन जो भी स्कूल में पढ़ा था. ये दिख रहा है आपको? स्कूल में हिंदी पढ़ा था, मराठी, क्योंकि मैं महाराष्ट्र से हूँ तो मराठी पढ़ा था, संस्कृत पढ़ा था. वही अभी योगा में काम आता है. संस्कृत काम आता है, मतलब अंडरस्टैंडिंग हो जाती है एक लेवल की. वैसे मैं योगा टीचर हूँ, और योगा भी सिखाती हूँ। हाँ, और कल एक योगा क्लास है, यही 8 बजे, मतलब इंडिया के 8:30 रात को। हाँ, तो अगर आपको ज्वाइन करना है तो ज्वाइन करो, मैं योगा क्लास सिखा रही हूँ कल। So I just said that in school I learned Hindi, English, Marathi, and what? Marathi and Sanskrit. Yeah, that's what I mentioned. So Sanskrit, I'm a yoga teacher, so Sanskrit helps me help my student pronounce and all, yoga poses names and yoga asana names. So now I'm still designing. See, it looks like a diamond inside a diamond. Let's just turn the brightness slightly. Okay. So all I'm doing now on my drawing is going inside and I find these connections of the inside of the eye. Last time, actually, that's going. See, that just helped me draw more accurately. चलो ठीक है. So every time I say ठीक है, it means okay. Okay. ठीक है. Okay. So you might see that I'm just doing it so casually, like, it. But that's effortless effort comes from practice. So drawing all these eyes, they're fun, but at the same time, you just noticed, you just observed me course correct my lines. Let me do something once again because I need more space there to draw. Yeah, I was telling in Hindi that I'm teaching a yoga class tomorrow 8 a.m. PST, and if you are available, I'd love to have you in my yoga class. Online class hai. It's an online class, so please join me. Zoom पे है, YouTube पे नहीं है. It's not on YouTube, but it's on Zoom. Now what? So now all the design elements are here. Now I would like to talk about something called as form, because it's so natural and organic to just get into the line and the shape design and the linear way of perceiving. And that's what drawing is. The pencil is a narrow tool, and when you're drawing, you're actually making a line. But at the same time, understanding the underneath form. जो form क्या होता है कि 3-dimensional. What is that 3-dimensionality? That's form. So if I were to talk about the form for this, so this is an eyeball. I would say, watch the previous videos. So this is an eyeball right here. And this is an eye socket. So this eyeball, let's see the trajectory. तो अगर ये बॉल आई बॉल है, मतलब ये राउंड है, मतलब ये स्फीयरिकल है. Just trying to see what makes sense. If this is all spherical like Earth and it's an eyeball, it will have that roundness. And then you have this is the area, that's the socket area. So this area is going underneath and the ball is emerging. So let me check. Let me see. जैसे so ये eyelid से even if you just gently, very gently connect to your eyelid like that, you can notice that it's the ball area. So what essentially we are drawing is this form, the round form. And as this is rounding, you know, this area very gently is slightly going inward. Where's my beloved skull? Let's name this skull something. Yeah. Oh, मेरे इरेजर नहीं मिल रहा. ठीक, मुझे तो चाहिए इरेजर. उधर है, needed eraser. I'll bring it. So that's the eye socket. It's a socket. And then the eyeball is a ball on top of it. Allow me one moment. Oh no, all my erasers are here. Okay. Oh yay. Needed eraser is also is on the supply list. So have fun drawing. It's as much it's a serious task. With all your sincerity, you can have fun. So that's the eye socket and eyeball idea. Whee! It just popped out. Okay, have fun with this. Ta-da! Okay, popped out. वो cartoon होते हैं, in all those cartoons, like they see something and their eyeballs like go out, like they literally pop out with excitement, and so something like that. Okay, so now you understand the form that we're drawing over all of this. Now before going ahead, water break. Now I take my kneaded eraser, roll it like this. Once it's nicely rolled, it's a nice massage to the muscles of the tiny muscles of the hands also, because as a yoga teacher I can tell you, when you are drawing like this, holding tension and all this area, just observe. It's good to give it massage. It serves both purpose. So now that rolled and kneaded eraser, I'll just roll it over my drawing like that. So everything is there, all these design elements, the envelope, it's there. And we are simply sending it to the background. सोचो जैसे डिजिटल आर्टिस्ट होते हैं, वो लेयर्स और लेयर्स ऐड करते हैं, लेयर्स, और फिर वो लेयर विजिबल और इनविजिबल कर सकते हैं. So similarly, like digital artists, when they add like layers into their design, so similarly we are making that layer effect in terms of by using this like kneaded eraser. So now I'm going into articulating. ये इस स्टेज को आर्टिकुलेशन बोलते हैं इंग्लिश में. अब आर्टिकुलेशन क्या होता है? जो जैसा है उसको वैसा बनाओ, उसका मतलब है आर्टिकुलेशन. तो पहले जो था वो हमने डिज़ाइन किया एनवेलप और वो सब. सो अभी ये आपको टेक्निकल भी बातें पता चल रही है, इसको बोलते हैं टेक्निकलिटीज इन जार्गन. सो हाँ, तो फिर हमने पहले तो ये एनवेलप किया डिज़ाइन. अभी चलो ये लाइन, ये जो है उसको वैसा बनाओ, ठीक है, ये लाइन ऐसा नीचे जा रहा है, उसको वैसा बनाओ, एंड सो ऑन. दैट्स व्हाट वी आर डूइंग. So essentially articulation is going from general to specific. In the generality, we made that envelope long line here, capturing the energy of that line, and now we're making things more observed, as more observed truth. So the first time what we captured was the truth, truths as in underlying truth, a more broader truth. पता नहीं हो क्या रहा है, लाइट कम ज़्यादा हो रहा है इधर, सन क्लाउड्स में आ जा रहा है. लेट मी जस्ट ग्रैब द लाइट. So, you know, funny, so many different interruptions. That's okay. Things happen. And we keep at it. We keep drawing happily, gently, innocently. Just come back to it. Well, line, light, not line, but light. Let there be light. बस ये है कि गिरे ना, बस ये हर चीज अगर ये गिर गया तो बड़ा किस्सा हो जाएगा. चलो, मुझे जगह मिल गई. हाँ, ये सारा सेटअप किया हुआ है तो चीज़ें गिर गई. चीज़ें गिर गई और फिर chaos. Woohoo, fun, mess. What I just said that I'm placing this lamp here, this overhead lamp, so that you can see better. I just hope that it doesn't collapse and fall. So how do you measure that angle? This is how you can measure the angle. Align your pencil. Now, your pencil may or may not be as sharp. That's okay. This is how I love it. But if you have a pencil like this, which is like, regularly sharpened, you can also just simply align like this. When I say align, you are bringing the pencil over that line to capture the angle of the line and transfer it over to your drawing and then make a line and a line. So like यहाँ से ये एंगल देखना है पेंसिल को अलाइन करके और ये एंगल यहाँ पे ट्रांसफर करना है. Okay. Still trying to find some rhythms. In the making stages, जैसे मूवी भी बनती है, making stages, beginning stages, is it's beautiful to go with straight lines so that you can move and shift the lines. Let's see. Okay, so you take that measurement. Yeah, I'm saying that go for like long, breezy, angled, straight lines. Oops. So that जैसे मैंने अभी एंगल लिया फिर इसको ट्रांसफर किया so that you can move the lines. If I went like all curved, so this is something I talked about in my previous session, that you may notice this line as curved. Oh, but to get that specific curve of this line, find it as a straight line and then break into 2 or 3 curved so that it doesn't become a curve like a general curve. Yeah, not all curves are like general curve. They have a break, a specific directionality. They carry energy, they carry information. Okay. And essentially have fun. It's all about having fun. Drawing is not meant to stress you out. Like, what is meant to stress you out? Nothing is meant to stress you out. But then why do we stress? Well, because we stress. So observing the response. I want to get this line, so I find. What if I just elongate this line? अगर मैंने इस line को पूरा expand कर दिया, इसको आगे और पीछे थोड़ा extra खींच दिया, तो ये कहाँ जाके मिलती है? If I stretch this line out side to side, where does it meet? That's the inquiry, and that's what gives me that angle of the line. I've also taught in like first 4 weeks, I think. Yeah, just check them out. I've also taught ways to measure, like the clock, the way of the clock. That's something I've taught. Check those out. Still going for the streets. Just the angle. So it's looking abstract, pretty abstract, and that's the whole intention, that you're abstracting. You are not making it look as real. You know what is it called? Too human too soon, that it's evolving, it's developing, like flower, the bird. As it grows into a flower, it doesn't happen overnight. Of course, for some flowers it might, but it's a process that unfolds over a course of period. So enjoy that unfolding. So now I'm not even measuring, मैं नहीं measure कर रही हूँ, बस जा रही हूँ. But still, see that this is a curve, and if I just went on drawing this curve, it will become a generic curve, which is something that I want to look for, that not becoming a generic curve. Yeah, slowly, steadily getting there, one step at a time. So this technique helps you boost your confidence. And how do you boost your confidence? कॉन्फिडेंस कैसे बढ़ता है ना किसी चीज में, कर कर बार बार करके बढ़ जाता है. बार बार करो, बार बार करो, 100 बार करो, 1000 बार करो. ये तो चलो हम 8वीं बार कर रहे हैं ये वाला, तो बढ़ जाता है कॉन्फिडेंस. और इसके पीछे साइंस भी है. there's a science behind all of this, that when you repeat things, आप बार बार करते हो, तभी वो न्यूरल नेटवर्क्स होते हैं ब्रेन में, स्ट्रेंथन हो जाते हैं, है ना. the neural networks, they get strengthened, they make connection. So go with the science. हम साइंस की तरफ से हैं. Folks, are you with science? Yes, I am with science, philosophy, drawing, art, literature. I'm with everything. In the, that I'm an engineer and I became an artist after coming here in the States. I went to art school and now I teach there. So fun. Oh, I'll be teaching a summer class in my school. Now I'm going for that curve. So I mentioned that I'm engineer because yes, science. So science, as much we keep discovering things, we discover what is science, like gravity. जो हम बोलते हैं कि हाँ अरे gravity, क्या होता है ना ग्रेविटी पहले से एग्जिस्ट करता था, हमने बस डिस्कवर किया, अच्छा, और इसको नाम दे दिया. ये लॉज ऑफ रिलेटिविटी, ये भी पहले से एग्जिस्ट करते थे, हमने डिस्कवर किया. तो your wisdom is ancient than science, but sometimes your wisdom is informed by science, and that feels aligned because we are in this edge where science is a beautiful tool to inform. So yes, the science of getting finer, finding that effortless effort in anything is repetition, because it helps your brain sink in the idea. So yes, now I'm really going in, making this, it is what it is. Not this, not that. It is what it is. And I'm struggling a little with my camera setup, not finding a space for my hand to move. And you may notice that I have grabbed my इरेजर पेंसिल. आप देख सकते हो कि मैंने इरेजर पेंसिल यूज़ कर रही हूँ, उसका इस्तेमाल हो रहा है क्योंकि क्योंकि this is the stage of drawing. क्योंकि means because this is the stage of drawing where you keep articulating, making it closer to the observed reality. From abstraction to realism. Ooh, wow. क्लास के लिए टाइटल कैसा होगा? Abstraction to realism. What I just asked is, how is this title for one of the classes? From abstraction to realism. So in Marathi, my regional language, there is an expression, Timiratuni tejakade, meaning from the darkness to light. Timira meaning darkness. So now you're getting to learn the third language. Oh, actually, four languages. The first language is the visual language, the language of drawing. Second language, Hindi English combo. Third language, Marathi. So Timiratuni tejakade, meaning from the darkness to light. And what is darkness? It's an expression of the light. Darkness is something not to be afraid of. Darkness is that all-encompassing truth. Also in the Vedic philosophy, yogic Vedic philosophy, and even in different cultures. So we celebrate darkness in the sense. So Diwali is on the darkest night of the year because it's that all-encompassing truth. There is darkness, and sun rises to remove that darkness. And what exactly you mean by removing the darkness? So in Sanskrit and yoga, there's a philosophy called avidya. Or avidya is not knowing. Avidya is incorrect knowledge. So that is what the sun illuminates, the incorrect knowledge, clarity. And that's something I'm attempting here to share what I've learned over these years about drawing and make it fun, because we are building something as a legacy that we don't have to be afraid of. That's my story. Like I became India in India I studied engineering, which I loved, by the way. Like, such a technical. I love technology and techniques. So then that's an expression, yeah. And thanks, by the way, I've received emails that you find these streams inspiring. I'm so thankful. That inspires me to keep going on. So as I'm moving along, you use that needed, rather the eraser pencil to clean up. So this is not a white pencil. I'm not drawing with black and white. I'm just drawing with graphite. This is an eraser pencil that cleans up. So see, this is a curve, but now I'm using lines to reach that curve, approach that curve as a line. I hope you're having fun. Drop something in the chat. Breathe. So general to specific is the process. Breathe. Even when I'm drawing small lines, see the difference that okay, let's just take this pencil. When I अगर मैं small lines भी draw कर रही हूँ तो कैसे बताऊँ? तो small lines ऐसे नहीं draw कर रही हूँ, ठीक है? ऐसे draw कर रही हूँ. So ये जो चीज़ है ये professional quality देगा आपके work को. और light on करने दो. So मेरे ऊपर का light off था तो because there was sun coming from the window and now it's all cloudy. Okay, one day on the live stream I'll show you my studio. But you have to be there, okay? So even when I'm small drawing small lines, they carry equal importance, that equal care to everything. When I draw with when I break down the curves into lines, it helps me and also it will help you achieve precision and accuracy. But at the same time, excuse me, if you notice a curve which is really curvy, you will really find such joy making it curve, because there are all these straight lines and now you're making something. So the class, this class, ये जो class है ये 1 घंटे की होती है, 1 hour long. The class is 1 hour long. I mean, I can just stay here as long, 24 hours drawing. Just to honor your time, it's an hour long class. So once I'm done with the live stream होने के बाद क्या secret है? क्या secret? So secret कुछ नहीं, there's no secret. What I do is with my kneaded eraser, I ghost it out, like roll the kneaded eraser over. I ghost this out and come back with my HB pencil. And draw once more another pass. Not necessarily correcting anything because, this is the stage to make corrections or but yeah, correction is a part of the whole process. I mean, you're just always correct. Even when the drawing is done, हो जाने के बाद भी लगता है अरे ये correct कर लो. Even when the drawing is done, you keep thinking, okay, yeah, we should, correct this. ये पेंसिल इरेजर बड़ी काम की चीज़ है. देखो बॉलीवुड में हर चीज़ के गाने हैं, काम की चीज़ है पे भी गाना है. आप पता करो कौन सा है. तो मेरे दिमाग में आ गया. So there's a song in Bollywood with the words काम की चीज़ है. So that means it's a useful thing. So this made pencil eraser it's pretty useful in that context. Okay. So ज़्यादा कुछ बचा नहीं है अभी. Not much to do here. Refine. I hope you enjoy the process. That's what matters. Be making it all accurate and pretty and beautiful and all of that. It's a part of the process. It's not separate from it that okay, you draw, somehow you draw and then make it super pretty. It's a part of the process. It's not an accident that something is beautiful, and it's not an accident that you keep at it to honor the beauty of your intentions of coming back to your drawing board or drawing paper. Okay, let me see. How is that coming? Also, at this point, I would clean up any construction lines. So my design appears all cleaned up, of course, and less noisy. So there's less noise in that process. There, I just took my needed eraser and cleaning up the construction lines very carefully, gently. Soft breeze. And if I have any lines, अगर कोई line अंदर वाले side में है, जैसे ये drawing के अंदर, तो फिर मैं pencil eraser use कर लूँगी. If I have lines that are within this design, then I would use the pencil eraser. So pencil eraser है here. Noise cancellation, let's call this process as noise cancellation. Ooh, love that. हाँ, अगर चलो हर एक प्रोसेस को एक फनी, नॉट सो फनी बट एक मीनिंगफुल और फन नाम देते हैं. इसको बोलेंगे नॉइस कैंसलेशन. ठीक है. फिर पहले वाले इरेजिंग को बोलते हैं, पता नहीं क्या बोलते हैं, नेक्स्ट टाइम पता चलेगा. और अगर आपका कोई सुझाव है, इफ़ यू हैव सजेशन of fun names for any of this process points, please share them with me because I love your suggestion. I don't have to do all the work all alone. You're there as my group brain. ठीक है. सुझाव है कोई कि इस प्रोसेस का नाम ये रख सकते हैं तो बता दो. तो हमने शुरुआत की थी अंताक्षरी वाले बात से, अंताक्षरी वाली बात से. We started with that Antakshari idea. Antakshari is that game when you sing songs. So we would do it in the childhood. We would play Antakshari when the lights were out, power outage, and it would happen very, very, very frequently in India, like without your knowing the lights were out. And that's the beauty of growing up in India for me, because not everything had a reason. It's sometimes it's the play, it's the leela that we are not aware about. The logical mind sometimes can't make sense of it. So yeah, we would play Antakshari when the lights were out. We would just come together in the dark, see, that's darkness, in the dark as family, and play Antakshari. So now we're applying that principle of Antakshari. बैठे बैठे क्या करें? We're just sitting here. What are we supposed to do? Draw. शुरू करें drawing. Let's begin drawing. Now all this eraser dust. I mean, I would. It's 9. So here it's 9 o'clock. 9 a.m. in the Pacific time. I was saying all this eraser dust is something I'll clean up with a brush so it doesn't stay here on the drawing. जैसे शू पॉलिश जैसा टाइप का ब्रश है ये, सब क्लीन कर देता है. Natural bristles. Still some cleanup to do, like right here. Here थोड़ा सा मेसी लग रहा है मुझे इधर. कोई बात नहीं, क्योंकि वो एरिया ही थोड़ा सा कॉम्प्लेक्स है. जहाँ थोड़ी कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी बढ़ जाती है वहाँ ऐसा लगता है, थोड़ा हेजिटेशन होता है, क्या करे क्या ना करे. देखो फिर से और एक गाना. कितने सारे गाने, अंताक्षरी हो रहा है इन अ वे, यू नो. ओह माय गॉड, आई एम हैविंग सो मच फन. सो क्या करे क्या ना करे means what to do, what not to do. I don't know what was the context, I just forgot. But that's what it means, and there is another song in Bollywood with that. I love Bollywood. So the next step for me is that rolled out cylindrical eraser, and I'll ghost it out. Like, you know, I'll just come back on my drawing and ghost it out like that here on this. उसके बाद means after that. उसके meaning that, बाद meaning after. So उसके बाद, after that, I'll take my HB pencil. थोड़ी डार्कर पेंसिल है, देखो ये साइड में बताती हूँ आपको. उसी ये थोड़ी डार्क पेंसिल है कंपेयर टू दिस. ये थोड़ा लाइट, ये डार्क. और फिर वो डार्क पेंसिल के साथ, with that dark pencil, then I'll come on in and make it darker. So before making it darker, I just want to make sure that all the design elements are faithful to my observation. ठीक है? I'll show this from the front. Okay, have to make some adjustments for that. ये मेरा लैम्प जो भूल गई थी, और कुछ सेटअप किया है ताकि ये पेपर अपनी जगह रहे, मूव ना हो. इसीलिए मुझे डर था लैम्प गिर गया तो पंगा. So what I just said, that if the lamp fell, then all my setup would just be crashing. Let's see, you're here. This is where we are at. So, oh my God, the 8th eye. Thank you so much for being with me on this beautiful journey. और अभी बस एक लाइन बची है. Just one more column to go. 4 more weeks. Okay, next week, surprise, just to celebrate this big win of drawing this column and this column of the Bargue classical drawing course, I would be hosting a flower drawing class. So I hope you're there. So next week ये चीज़ celebrate करने के लिए 8 the eyes from the traditional bargue plate हमने draw किया. So ये चीज़ celebrate करने के लिए हम draw करेंगे एक फूल, कोई सा भी आपकी पसंद का. आप बताओ chat में, if you have a specific flower you want me to draw and demonstrate how to break it down into structure, let me know. I have a lily in my mind because in our backyard beautiful lilies are growing, so I have a lily in my mind. But yes, if you have something else, let me know and we will make it happen. Bonus, okay, beyond these lessons of traditional drawing, classical drawing, now that lesson is you've learned these 4 drawings, 8 now. How do you apply these principles to the flower drawing or any subject of your choice? So पहले 4 आंखें draw करने के बाद, after drawing these first 4, we had done a bird drawing live stream. It's still there on YouTube. So हमने bird drawing किया था और काफ़ी सारे लोगों ने मेरे साथ draw किया था. Thank you. अभी ये 4 होने की खुशी में फ्लावर ड्राइंग करेंगे, ठीक है? अगर आपको कोई और फ्लावर पसंद है तो बता दो। इफ़ यू हैव स्पेसिफिक फ्लावर इन माय माइंड, मेक श्योर यू टेल मी। एंड थैंक यू सो मच। बड़ा मज़ा आया आपके साथ बातें करके, ड्राइंग करके। आई हैड फन चैटिंग विथ यू, कनेक्टिंग विथ यू, ड्राइंग विथ यू। See you next week, same time, same place, Thursday, 8 a.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time. धन्यवाद, thank you, शुक्रिया, नमस्ते. In English, see you next time. In Hindi, फिर मिलेंगे, another movie, फिर मिलेंगे. मराठी, भेटूयात.